any thoughts or tips you have around the idea of just kind of expanding your network and how to kind of deal with all that comes with that.
Yeah. Okay. It's a really important question. And I'm not going to lie and say that it's been easy for me either, especially like with growing a really big TikTok following, for example. There's a ton of strangers on there who are operating under anonymous names and they leave really rude comments. And sometimes it really hurts. And sometimes I cry about it. But you have to kind of like move through it and be like, you know what? This is like another person's projection onto me. This is about their limited beliefs. This is not at all about me. And you start to build up, I guess like the way I described it when I was talking about it with a friend is like, we're all turtles and you can have like your turtle shell, but like the part that people are going to connect with is like the green part of the turtle, you know, like the part of you that's soft and like your little cute turtle face. So you got to like know when to kind of move your turtle shell to dodge the mean comments, etc. But a lot of it is like, you've got to grow your turtle shell first. So now, authentically, when I get mean comments, has taken me forever. I used to literally check my TikTok first thing in the morning, cringing, like literally my jaw was like clenched because I'm like, someone's going to say something mean. Someone's going to say something mean. It's going to upset me. It's going to put my day off on a bad foot. How many people are seeing the comments, like really be in my head about it? But now when I see them, I laugh. But I had to get to that point by going through enough times where I'm like, am I really going to let some stranger on the internet who doesn't know me and doesn't know my story hurt me? And then the second thing that I wanted to say about that is, the times that I've put out content that have helped the most people are the times I put out content that I was really scared to put out because it was really authentic and genuine and vulnerable. It was like, I talked a bit about, and you heard in my presentation at Michigan, how everything went south with my co-founder and I had like this big company go kaput, literally. And Entrepreneur Magazine literally reported on that. And I was terrified when that article came out. I'm like, what are people going to think of me? Is like, she going to come after me? But so many more, nothing bad actually ever happened from that article. Not going. But the number of people who came to me and said, like, this is why I started to have a conversation with my co-founder about this, or this really helped my mom, and some entrepreneurship programs put it in their curriculum. Like, when you're able to share things vulnerably, even when you're really scared to show up, like when you're scared, that usually means you're saying something really important. And there's so many people out there nowadays that are just saying things because they think it's going to make them look good, or they think it's going to sound good. But what people are craving, and part of the reason that everything feels so divided, is because it's so hard and scary to show it vulnerably with, you know, you never know what you're going to be subjected to, but you got to do it anyways, because people are counting on you and you're going to help so many more people than you're going to incite haters, you know? Like there's going to be a few mean comments here and there as you gain exposure, maybe, but mostly you're going to really inspire people and change lives. So when you feel the fear, be like, I'm going to feel the fear and I'm going to do it anyways, because I'm doing something important and I'm showing up authentically. And that's the best thing I can do. That's why I was put on this earth. We have to all be authentic.
Thank you. That really resonates. Appreciate it.
Yes.
I have another question. Is that okay?
Hang on, Nathan. Let's see if anyone else. I think Kayla, do you want to?
Oh, Keela.
Keila,
Yeah.
hi. Sorry,
Hey.
I thought you were.
No, it's okay. Everybody mispronounced my
Right.
name. Yeah, so I have a quick question. When it comes to building your brand, should you just do it as your...
Oh my, what happened? Oh no.
I think we're good.
I can't.
Oh,
I think your microphone is off.
Oh.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're
Yeah, when it comes to building your brand, should you just put out authentic content and wait for it to grow naturally? Or should you do like advertisements, or what would you say?
So the thing that's helped me the most is just putting out content consistently, but also like going back to the authenticity note. I will not tell you what most marketers will tell you, which is like, you got to look up the right times to post certain things. Like I post on TikTok or Instagram when I feel compelled to post and suddenly feel like, I feel like I need to say something right now. And I'll sit down and I'll spend my time with it and I'll write it out and I'll say something. And the thing is, like the first month to year that you post things, like it's not like things are going to go viral right off the bat. But the more that you show up consistently, then when you post something that does resonate with somebody, or they find it through a hashtag and they really like your energy, then when they're going through your Instagram or wherever you've been putting out content and they're seeing all this content that's like it and you have been showing up consistently, then they get the full picture of who you are. Did I lose you? Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Because I was worried about that. Like, should I be paying for advertisement or to just be consistent and authentic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you. Thank you. Love your presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
Thank you. Mhm.
Amazing. Yeah, I want to, I think when the previous question about fear is really important for people to understand, because I think fear and doubt hold people back so much to become entrepreneurs and really the person that they want to be, and to, really get what you want out of life and business. You really do have to, step right to fear and doubt, and you gotta put all that aside. It's crazy because even myself, even though like I've trained myself and practice like getting rid of fear and doubt and all that stuff, it still creeps in, and I know it happens to everybody. And it's one of those things that one of the reasons we're building Entra and doing these events and bringing in successful speakers like Haley and building the app and the technology so that you can actually be part of a community and you can ask questions and meet other people going through the same thing that you are or have gone through it before, and can help you, along the way, and help mentor you or help say, hey, I was just there, last year, or I went through that same thing with a co-founder and here's what I did. So you don't even have to go through that anymore, because now you know the best way of handling that situation. So I think it's extremely important, that you surround yourself with like-minded people, whether that's with us at our events and the app or just in your local community, whatever. Get around people who are ambitious, driven. They're on a mission to be successful, and they're not in a fear and lack mindset. They're in an abundance mindset, and they're getting after it. That's extremely important, and I hope that's a huge thing that I think to take away from, and being authentic as you're doing it, as your last kind of question. It's really, really important to do this as well.